Hello, it's Mindless Insanity 602 reporting to you with day 10's video of my 31 days of horror film reviews for you. Hopefully my ever-loving and ever-growing audience that I really care for. If anybody's watching this, I don't care. I honestly don't care. It would be appreciated, but I'm just doing this for me because I love talking about movies. I love talking about movies. I love movies. I love my subject matters. And this is my way of expressing myself. And if you, and the views and everything, all in all, just are an added bonus. But anyways, I haven't seen this in a long time, so this review will be, shall I say, a little bit more vague. But I watched this plenty of times, so yeah. Anyways, this is a film review of Near Dark, which is a 1987 R-rated 94-minute drama horror thriller from director Kathryn Bigelow. You look, Kathryn Bigelow. The gal did Point Break, also did The Hurt Locker. She went from this to The Hurt Locker and all those, and Point Break, all those overrated films, shall I say. I kind of like Point Break, but not a big fan of The Hurt Locker. But anyways, we get Near Dark, which is a vampire film, and who am I kidding? I fucking love vampire movies. To me, my two favorite subgenres of horror films are vampire or slasher films first, then vampire flicks. Slasher films have, they'll always be the top. The top. Slasher vampire flicks will be at the second best. Yeah, zombies and ghosts and all that. Zombies and paranormal, stuff that is realm in the paranormal stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of. I love horror films. If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing this. But anyways, I'm sorry. I'm just haggling on because I only have about 15 minutes, and I have 12 minutes to do the review. Anyways, Near Dark is a film about this guy who's just an innocent guy who gets attracted to this girl, and this girl and him are having a good time together. He hooks up with her. They start, kissing, and then she bites him on the neck, and then slowly it's becoming daylight out. And so she runs, so she's scared, and so she runs away. And then after that brief thing, he, starts not to feel well. Then he goes back home. Then he gets kidnapped by this badass group of vampires. Get Lance Henriksen, Bill Paxton, badass chick, and this little kid. Fucking awesome. Really awesome. And I repeat, fucking awesome group. Lance Henriksen brings his A game to this motherfucking movie. I love Lance Henriksen. His stuff, he's a fucking great actor. And Lance Henriksen, plays an intimidating. Well, in my opinion, I think vampires are awesome, and I wouldn't fight with them because if they were real, I would love to be one because I think that they have a lot of advantages, and I think it'd be fucking awesome. But unfortunately, they don't exist. But they did. That would be fucking groovy. But anyways, they kidnap him, and then they are, basically the whole entire film is tackled differently, but it's a similar plot, a kind of a similar plot to Lost Boys, which came out around the same time, but Lost Boys is a little bit more of an action-packed film, which you have just characters that you could easily market, like the Frog Brothers and all that shit. And the Lost Boys, there's a lot more stuff there that you could market, and it's a lot more accessible to the common film watcher. Can just watch Lost Boys and get lost in it. This one is for a little bit more of a small select audience. And who am I kidding? I'm one of them. Anyways, they basically, because they basically are roughing him up, but because he's not going into their wishes. And then after that, the whole film is about, it slowly reveals like he's trying to get back home, but unfortunately they still are coming at him. And then after they are still coming after, I think the character's name is Jacob, Caleb, sorry, it's been a while. Anyways, after they get with Caleb, after they slowly, he couldn't really bite this guy, and he's basically sucking the girl that bits him blood for nourishment. And then they run into his family, because his family's been looking for him, and basically, and this is after he saves their asses, because they were getting into a bit of a gunfight with some coppers, but the guy saves their lives, and pretty badassly. And after he saves their life pretty badassly, after that he saves their asses, and then Bill Paxton gives him this thing, and it's just awesome. Bill Paxton has so much liveliness to him. Like when he's about to suck somebody's blood, he goes like, gets his pistol. It's just so fucking awesome. The film, and then he becomes a vampire. Then after they realize that he's turning, he says that ain't like when his father, father says that person got shot sometimes, or that ain't normal. We're gonna take you to the hospital. And they said no hospital. And after they say no hospital, and then they do a blood transfusion. Then after that you get into some pretty badass confrontations between Caleb and Bill Paxton's character and Lance Henriksen character. You get into some really badass battles, like Lance Henriksen gets his like kind of disfigured face, kind of looks like the main person who gets affected in American Werewolf in London, kind of looks like that. Yeah, he gets that kind of burnt thing. Then you get the iconic thing right there with Lance Henriksen on the cover of this Blu-ray, which it's kind of reminiscent of Twilight a little bit. Which honestly, I'm not a hater. Twilight. It's a Twilight. Twilight. Whatever. Yeah, we get that, and you just get some great characters. You get it. This film feels as if it has a little bit more of a deeper emotional connection with me, the viewer. Like The mood and atmosphere is, you know, really good. I really like the tone and atmosphere. I like the characters. See, the thing is that this one, to me, I just, you know, I can easily get a more emotionally connected, more emotionally evolved with Jacob, with Caleb, actually. I'm sorry, I get Caleb and Jacob. They're pretty much biblical names, actually. I think so. Anyways, um, I just, you know, I got a more of an emotional connection with that one character, even the girl. Even the whole entire people in this film, I have a deeper, it's like there's a more of interwoven, deeper emotional connection with these characters that wasn't present in Lost Boys. Lost Boys, you know, you didn't get, you know, you don't get, you just didn't get, you know, as emotionally involved with the characters. You don't get, you know, oh, Star, you get Michael or whatever, and you get all of them, and the Frog Brothers, but, you know, it sure may be action-packed, but overall, those characters feel hollow to me. They feel hollow to me. They just feel like, oh, here's some badass characters that you're supposed to follow. These are the badass characters. There's nothing really present in Lost Boys. It's just, sure, it can be fun sometimes, but it's incredibly an overrated flick that I don't really care for. I can understand. Lost Boys is more for said general public who it's more for, you know, for a larger audience who, you know, likes to, you know, don't get any emotional involvement with the characters. None of that shit. Is, you know, just people who want to eat popcorn and look at a fairly well structured plot, but nothing really there. Near Dark, you know, you have emotion. You just have an emotional connection. Like, it's subtle. And it's just overall, I fucking love Near Dark. I love Near Dark. It's an awesome movie that I in all honesty wish that this was viewed on the same way that Lost Boys was viewed on. This is a vastly superior flick. It's a vastly superior flick. It has better characters. The vampire gang in this film is fucking more awesome and diverse than the Lost Boys. The Lost Boys, you know, there's nothing. They you know, dress up like fucking hipsters. The 80s equivalent of our today's hipsters or whatever. Yeah. You just get that, and you just, you know, you get comedy, and I like comedy, and I do love me some comedy, but I prefer comedies over dramas, and this is technically a drama, but the comedy didn't really work there. The drama of this flick outweighs the comedy of Lost Boys. Overall, if you're gonna have like a big old Halloween marathon when you eventually get to October, when October 31st, the day of Halloween, and you want to have a big old marathon, and you want to say in your mind, what's a good vampire flick? What's a vampire flick that I want to watch that has meaning? Put in Lost Boys. Put in Near Dark, and you'll have a great time. I love Near Dark. Anyways, thank you guys for joining this video. Rate, comment, subscribe, do all that fun shit. And show this film with a little bit more appreciation that it does deserve. And regards. Anyways, peace out. Bye.